Welcome into the NESN Bets Kickoff Show. Double trouble here inside the PNC studio, and I don't mean double trouble with Travis Thomas and Sam Panayotovich. What I mean is 2 Monday night football games starting at the exact same time. Who knew? Another topic for another day. Titans at the Dolphins. Dolphins favored by 2 touchdowns, 13.5, 14, depending where you shop. Total 45, 45.5, depending where you shop. Packers at Giants. Packers favored by 5.5, 6. Total 37 there. Let's dance, man. 2 games.
If you made me bet one of these sides or totals, I take the G-Men.
Oh.
+6. And not just because Tommy DeVito's wearing a fuchsia fleece thing with the chains out. This number has gone all over the place.
Yeah.
Where it was and where it is. Coming into the Packer-Chief game, the look ahead on this game was 3.5.
Right.
And now that the Packers have beaten the Chiefs and the Giants are the Giants, we have elevated one team and just left the other one in the dumpster. And it's not to say the Giants are a better team than Green Bay, but on a Monday night when the roles have completely reversed for Green Bay, I am not laying 6 points. We also have some injury news on the Packers side.
We do.
One of their receivers not going to play, Christian Watson.
Yeah. I hear you on the number changing, and it's a fair point. You should have caught it at the better. You're chasing it now, in other words.
I meant more so the overreaction is so real that now everybody that bet against the Packers last week is betting the Packers this week, and it has pushed the number too far, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I get it. Listen, I didn't bet that game at all last week, but if I were to, I would have bet the Chiefs. So I'm be the first person to admit it, and I'm probably that demo you're talking about, because I look at this number now and I would lay the 6 with the Packers. I prefer the 5.5, but I'd lay the 6. And it's simply because in this league, and again, this could be a tight game down the stretch, but in this league, it is a quarterback league. And right now, Jordan Love is playing on a different planet. And I'm someone who, in a way, I owe him an apology, because I look around this league at the Justin Fields of the world and all these young quarterbacks, and I give them grace when people say, oh, they're a bust, right? And there's no shot this guy's going to work out. I'm like, whoa, give them some time here. But then I look at Jordan Love, and I think it's because he sat behind Aaron Rodgers for so long. I expected the results to be there quicker, maybe. And so now I look at him, I'm like, okay, finally he's arrived and he is here. I believe in the Packers. I would lay the 6 tonight. I think looking at the game, though, I love the total under 37 a little bit more, because, again, if it is a tight game, and even if Jordan Love makes the plays to be the difference between winning and losing or covering in this point, I still think, even though it's a low total, it's going to be low and slow in this game. This isn't exactly a high-flying offense here with Green Bay. I think Love will likely have to manage the game. Giants defense is decent. I don't trust DeVito, but I like the under more so in the game than I do even the Packers with the side. What about Titans and Dolphins before we get into better bets and fill in the blanks? I mean, look, 2 touchdowns here. Would you lay it or would you take the Titans?
I would still probably lay it.
Okay.
But I didn't make a bet on that game.
Right.
Because I could have laid 12.5, 13, 13.5, and now laying 14 just doesn't give you the edge that it did when you were laying under 2 touchdowns, because now 28-14 is a push.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
34-20 is a push, and you could have won if you made the bet at a better time.
Right.
Conversely, this is the perfect time. Maybe perfect's the wrong word. This is the most advantageous time for the Titan players, because now you're protected on a 2-touchdown loss.
Right.
Right? You didn't want to take 12.5, 13. You wait it out when you take the unpopular team, and that clearly in this matchup is the Titans.
Listen, I like the Titans first half to maybe make it a ball game at +8.5. But I also understand the school of thought of laying the 13.5 or the 14 for the Dolphins here. I mean, some of this for me on the Titans side of things is actually more of a credit to Mike Vrabel as a head coach. I just think game plan wise, he'll have something cooked up to keep him in the game early, but then later the talent will decide who wins this game or not, or who covers. So I would probably lay the points with the Dolphins.
They better run it well.
They better run it well.
Because the one thing Miami's not good against is the run. Miami is bottom 5 in a lot of categories against the run, including yards after contact.
Yes.
What does Derrick Henry do?
That's it.
Run you the hell over.
No question.
I mean, this is the guy, if he gets going early, could keep Tennessee in this game.
Yep.
However, if Tyreek Hill takes the first pass of the game, 80 yards, and it's 7-0, now the rookie comes out, and he's not ready for the moment. It could go sideways. I really think it could be this simple in this game.
Okay.
Whoever scores the first touchdown covers.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Crazy. No.
If the Titans go up 7-0, they could run and play D until this is all over.
Yep.
If the Dolphins score first,
it's inevitable. That's what it is, Thanos style. All right, let's get into some of these stars. Let's go better bets. Passing yards. Tua Tagovailoa, 291.5, or Jordan Love, 223.5.
You could even get a better number if you went over on Tua. You can get like 287.5. Yeah. This number, 291.5. Every yard does matter in this racket. The Titans can't stop.
No, they can't.
The pass.
They can't.
31st against the pass in EPA. 32 teams.
Right.
So, assuming they want to double Tyreek Hill, it's going to open up the screen game. It's going to open up Jalen Waddle on post patterns. Tyreek Hill is a very important piece of this puzzle, but this guy had 157 yards last week.
Woo!
And he only played 31 snaps.
Wow.
So if you get full throttle Miami for 3 quarters, 4 quarters, this number's not high enough on Tua.
Yeah, I agree. Listen, I just waxed poetically about Jordan Love and how much I love him, pun intended, and I'm still taking Tua in this for everything Sammy P said. I mean, it's that quick for the Dolphins. In a blink of an eye, this game can get away from the Titans. So I'll go Tua here as well. All right, rushing yards. You brought him up earlier. Derrick Henry. 54.5 rushing yards, or Saquon Barkley, listen to this number, 70.5. Higher number there for Saquon.
I don't know why Henry's number is this low. I guess maybe the narrative is that Miami goes up so big and then Tennessee's not running the ball.
Yeah.
How many times have we seen a Derrick Henry 50, 60-yard touchdown, though?
No doubt.
You know?
Yeah.
I remember there was a Monday night game in about 2018. Mm-hmm. He had a 70-yard touchdown run. Now, it's been some time since 2018.
A lot of mileage.
He is still good enough to break a big run, and that's why I like his longest rush over. We'll talk about that later. But at the low number, I'd go over Henry.
I would as well, but I'll say this about Saquon. He could be in for an all-purpose type of game, because remember, we know he's dual threat. So if running the ball is tough sledding against the Packers defense, we know he can catch the ball out of the backfield. And I'll say this, if you're on the Giants tonight to cover in this game, you better bet Saquon a lot of different ways, including an anytime touchdown, which we'll get to, because he has to be involved heavily for them to have a chance to cover this number. All right, let's go receiving yards now. Tyreek Hill, the cheetah, 110.5. My goodness.
One of the highest we've ever seen.
$110.5, or DeAndre Hopkins, 57.5. Sammy P, I'd still take the cheetah.
You know what's crazy? This is probably the highest receiving prop I've ever seen.
Wow.
I mean, even when Calvin Johnson broke the record in 2012, A, we didn't have a lot of props like we do now.
Right.
And B, it wasn't going to be 115 on Calvin Johnson.
No.
We did see 115.5 earlier today. Eventually, they came under that. The number now, we have 110.5. I would probably still go over.
I would too.
Well, remember the total when USC played Colorado and the total was 74?
Yes.
And people said, wow, that's a high number. And they flew over it.
Yeah. Yeah.
High numbers are high for a reason. And the only reason I would take Hopkins is because the Hill number is too high.
Yeah.
But he averages 123 per game.
Yeah, no kidding.
You know?
Yeah, I go cheetah here. I just think Hopkins, at the end of the day, Jalen Ramsey's going to shut him down, point blank, period. Someone else from the Titans, in terms of through the air, is going to have to step up tonight. Good luck finding that player for them. All right, let's go fill in the blank here. Best value, anytime touchdown in the Dolphins-Titans game. Where are you going there?
Raheem Mostert, plus 115. He has 16 touchdowns in 12 games.
I like that.
He has more touchdowns than Tyreek Hill.
Wow.
But Tyreek Hill is minus 290 to score.
Right.
And Mostert is plus 115.
There you go there. I'll tell you on that. I like that. Best value for anytime touchdown, Packers-Giants. I'm telling you right now, it's my favorite bet of the night. Saquon Barkley, plus 105 is what I got it at. Shop around, see if you can find something better. I mean, that's where I'm going. And I told you, I think run game, passing game, all the game. Give them the damn ball. It's the only shot they have to cover in this game. That's my favorite play.
I'm going to tell you on that one.
Okay, there it is, baby. I like that. All right, the one player prop I absolutely love tonight, mine, Saquon, anytime touchdown, plus 105. What say you?
Derrick Henry, longest rush, over 13.5. I need a 14-yard run or more one time.
I love this. The one player prop I absolutely hate tonight, anything DeAndre Hopkins for me. I just think Jalen Ramsey's playing at such a high level right now. That one-on-one battle is going to be interesting. And given that the Titans don't really have anyone else in the pass game, I just don't see DeAndre Hopkins having a big game against Jalen Ramsey.
I hate what they're doing to you on the Tyreek Hill prop, the anytime touchdown prop.
Yeah.
One book has minus 190. Another book has minus 280.
Wow.
On a guy to score a touchdown. The math is not right.
Nope.
And look, there's a world where he doesn't get a touchdown tonight. And if you're laying 280 to win 100, it's not ideal.
The math ain't mathin'. All right, let's go to some viewer questions here. Super duper. How about that? That's a throwback. Would you love to bet Mostert's rushing prop, but Achane is back, and that scares me? He's saying that he would love to bet it. How would you bet these guys? I'm not betting any Dolphins backs. Not
we're
really.
betting Mostert to score a touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, I'm tailing that. But I'm saying coming into this, I didn't really, when I look at this game, I did not think Miami running backs tonight. Sorry. I thought Cheetah, Waddle, Tua. Other than tailing, I just don't really have a strong vibe on any of these backs.
Mostert, anytime touchdown.
Done. Enough said. Son of Lombardi, call me crazy, but I think a case can be made that Brett Favre, what are we doing, should be ranked higher on the all-time QBs list than Dan Marino. Any takers? No. Favre or Marino? Favre has a ring.
Marino is so much better.
Marino is so much better. Done. Coughlin owns Bill. Wow. Says, what's worse, boys, putting up the tree or taking down the tree? As a father of three, I say both. I'm going to say taking down the tree because, it's over, right?
It's fun to put it up.
Well, I don't think it's fun.
Relatively speaking. It's more fun to put it up than take it down.
Yes, when you take it down, it's just as much work, and the ride is over. You know what I mean?
And I feel like the kids are more receptive to help when you're putting it up.
Absolutely.
But when you're taking it down, the kids are on the Game Boys.
Yeah.
They still have Game Boys, right? Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, all that. You can't find
iPad. Yeah, they're gone.
Yeah, you name the device. Doesn't matter. Translation is, they ain't around.
I dated myself on Game Boy.
No, it's all right. I think it's still out, right? Game Boy's still out. Let us know. You're writing in questions for the game. Send us some help. Are Game Boys still around? I'm pretty sure they are. Hey, for Travis Thomas and Sam Panayotovich, enjoy both games tonight. We'll see you here next time. Peace.